All right, here in round one, and we are going to keep this hand. I kind of don't want to play the Ripper right away, but I haven't decided yet if I'm going to. Should probably think about that. I mean, let's see. The pro of playing Ripper early is to probably get my Skull Hunter raid on turn 2. The con, I don't get to make him lose 2 life or fool him. Then again, this is a pretty land-heavy hand, which makes me even want to play the Ripper less on turn 1. I definitely want this to be a nice surprise block. I think I'm just not going to play Ripper on turn 1. I guess it depends on what I draw to. Well, it's tough. I'm not going to play Ripper. I might play Skull Hunter on turn 2 without the full value, but I'd rather keep the Ripper information hidden. I think this is more valuable as a surprise blocker. Granted, I don't have a black card to unmorph it yet, but that's all right. Well, that was a good draw. All right, we're going to get the Skull Hunter down for no value. But, like I said, that is still okay. All right, little Jungle Hollow, which we will not be playing yet. So now we just swing with Skull Hunter and morph the Ripper. All right, he makes the block, which is kind of surprising, but I guess it's just a Canyon Lurker, so he doesn't really care. Let's get let's get the Ripper down. Next turn, we're gonna get a Saddle Brute, ideally. All right, got ourselves another morph here. All right, it's actually still fine. So now we get to swing with the Ripper, see if he blocks. All right, so we unmorph, revealing the Saddle Brute, make him lose some life. All right, Spell Snatcher, pretty good. Then we'll get a Saddle Brute down there. Pass. And we're already at Become Immense territory, which is kind of nice. Uh-oh. Are we going to get smited? Or kill-shotted? No plays kind of tells me he's got a kill shot, but I'm not going to play around it. There's no reason to not attack with Saddle Brute. Just wait. Doesn't really do much for me. Okay, Force Away is much less of a big deal. So I could just replay the Saddle Brute, but I think I'm actually going to do the Krumar instead of dealing 4 to myself. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, he could follow up with a monster, but I just don't want to lose the life. And then we can always become immense if we have to. Alright, Mantis Rider, definitely not a huge deal yet. Would definitely be a much bigger deal if I had lost 4 life replaying Saddle Brute. Alright, well, the 18 lands is kind of hurting us here, but that's alright. Alright, that's not a huge deal. Still has kill shot mana up. This is actually surprisingly okay. Surprisingly, but it is actually okay. Regardless of how he blocks. Because now he's got to at least, well, he is going to return 3 lands, but that at least means he's 3 lands from recasting Pearl Lake Ancient. But yeah, we do pretty much have to bust. Bust Delve here. I wish that it gave Trample too. That would be ideal, but it's alright. At least he's a couple turns from recasting it. Alright. Not the worst draw. I mean, not a great draw, but could be worse, I guess. Could have been another land. Now at least if we get a Raider spoils, can do something. Still land away from recasting the Ancient. This Mantis Rider's been cleaning up on us, though. Alright, Mentor. Actually, pretty good against our Saddle Brute, unfortunately. Alright, well, that sucks. It's alright. Was hoping for a little bit better, but it's alright. Yeah, unfortunately, a creature here would have been a lot would have been a completely different story. So now I can replay the ancient. So I need a removal spell to win. Like a smite or a throttle. Watcher's not bad, but still not exactly where we need to be yet. So I swing team, he plays ancient, blocks biggest, block, he'd only take one. So another problem with the Watcher too is can't exactly unmorph it until I draw a white card, and we're kind of low on white cards in the deck total. So I think we just do Ancestor here, and I think we're hard casting the Watcher. Since this has Vigilance anyway, it's kind of irrelevant. It's not like I'm going to catch him, catch him with a Mantis Rider that can't get in or something. It does definitely suck I can't attack here, but I can't do anything about it. I mean, the good news is I've got Death Touch, and I've at least got a block for the Mantis Rider. But the bad news is he's got a Pearl Lake Agent and a Mantis Rider, and I can't push the damage through yet. So he drew another creature, which means he bought himself another turn. Still gets to attack with the Mantis Rider, which sucks. So I'm going to 2. I'm going to have to block with my Watcher soon. So I need a removal spell or any pump effect, and we're fine. All right, there's our removal. So now we just take out the Mantis Rider. Unfortunately, his last card was a counter spell, which is pretty harsh. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. So I swing team. Yeah, last spell cancel. That's unfortunate, but like I said, I can't do anything about it. So I swing team. He forced to block Watcher of the Roost there. Then he blocks biggest. He blocks next biggest and next biggest, and he takes 1 and he goes to 1. And he wins. So I can't. As much as I'd like to, I can't. So we have to wait another turn. Yeah, unfortunately, didn't come up a turn earlier. Well, certainly a disappointing outcome, but these things happen. Sometimes you draw too many lands and your opponent's got the cancel, so it's pretty disappointing, but I'm going to have to just accept it and go to game 2, see if we can come back. So down a game, which means a little bit of an uphill battle, but we'll try our best here. So we're playing against Just Sky. I don't really have much of a sideboard, actually. I guess I have a Naturalize if I need it, but I don't really have anything else. Card draw this thing, but he's got Force Away, so it doesn't seem good. Feat of Resistance would have been really nice. We could have played it on the Watch for the Roost and gave it... Well, I guess he would have had the cancel anyway. Yeah, I guess he had it all, unfortunately. All right, well, we did draw a lot of lands that game, so we could get lucky and draw less this game. Play first, and this hand's fine. No green source, but still fine. I think we're still doing a turn 2 Skull Hunter. I could wait at the cost of 2 damage to him. But gotta admit, I'm pretty tempted to just drop the Skull Hunter here. I think I'm going to. I definitely want to draw a land here. Very good. All right. Well, I think that we just unmorph. And I don't want to show him feet, so we'll show him the Abzan Guide. I admit I'm not thrilled about it, but I don't want to trade my flying guy for his morph. So as long as I can untap, protecting the Saddle Brute's going to be really paramount to us getting this. I don't even mind if he plays the Manus Rider here because we have the feet. Certainly don't mind if he plays the Kirin. Pretty tempted to just swing both feet when he blocks. It's going to pretty much force him to bounce the Saddle Brute. But, I mean, alternatively, I can just... Problem is I can't morph plus leave up a feat. And I don't have any mana to unmorph this yet. But I admit, I kind of want to... leave up the feet. Or kind of want to use the feet when he blocks it to Kirin. But maybe that's greedy. It's not really greedy. It's basically using Feat of Resistance as a removal spell. He's still going to be able to bash in with the Kirin. No, I think it's correct. We got to play the feet this turn, so we'll just swing. Just a concession. All right, we'll take that. That's pretty nice, actually. Seems like a very, very anxious concession, but ooh. Next card was... So we were going to get the Abzan Guide next turn, which is kind of nice. Still don't really have a sideboard. Didn't see any enchantments. And actually, that's a kind of point in itself. If I had to board against an Ascendancy, I'd just bring in the Erase. There's not actually that many artifacts that you want to destroy. Maybe a Ghost Fire Blade or something, but yeah, let's just try it again. Unfortunately, cannot keep. This will keep. This is actually a good hand. This is fine. Rush of Battle is a little bit lackluster when it's in your opener, but that's alright. That was a good draw. Getting the Skull Hunter's very nice. No turn 2 Sandbar, also nice. I think I want to Outlast here. I know I don't get the Skull Hunter down, but I still think that's alright. I'm going to Outlast. He has bounce spells and everything, but I still think this is fine. And then we'll play a Hollow and pass. Like, next turn I can leave up Feat of Resistance as well as play the Skull Hunter for full value. So I think it's worth it. So we'll protect it. Get in for 4, which is definitely significant damage, and then we'll make him discard. Got rid of a cancel. Alright, not too bad. We have a Rush of Battle at some point. He doesn't have a red source yet, which is nice. No attacks from his morph is definitely interesting. I think I just morph plus Outlast. Could be like a Glacial Stalker. I'm definitely going to attack into it when I'm at 5 power. I mean, next turn I can Rush of Battle too, which is kind of nice. Alright. That's okay. Found his red source. Alright. I think we're pretty golden to swing here. This is actually going to work out pretty nice for us. And he took the damage, which is nice. And we get to follow up with Bondkin, which is nice. So next turn we can Rush of Battle, gain a bunch of life, which is pretty huge. Alright, that's okay. Still have lethal here with the Rush of Battle, so should be all she wrote. Could have another Force Away, I guess. It's actually a decent draw, but yeah, we're going for lethal here. Alright, very good. So after a game 1 loss, managed to climb back up and get a couple wins, so very nice. Alright, we'll see you round 2.